With all the reporters and photographers in town right now, the Twin Cities area is getting more national exposure than it's had in years. About 11 million viewers will catch glimpses of the Minneapolis skyline on Tuesday during the All-Star Game at Target Field. It's a ballpark that was designed to fit into and showcase the contemporary look of our downtown core. Tonight, Mike Binkley highlights some of the unique features that our out-of-town friends will enjoy as we go finding Minnesota.
Ice cold beer right here.
Even with more than 90 losses for 3 straight seasons, the Twins have averaged more than 30,000 fans a game since Target Field opened.
I heard it's one of the best facilities around.
The ballpark itself is clearly part of the draw.
I love the architecture. I'm a design buff, so just the architecture, the design, the layout. Once you get inside, there's not a bad seat in the house.
It's not like other new ballparks that have old-fashioned arches and red brick.
That wasn't going to work in downtown Minneapolis because of the architecture we have downtown. It's modern, it's glass, it's angles.
In fact, this view is so important, they purposely didn't put any light poles out in right or center field to get in the way.
That view would have really been inhibited if lights standards would have gone all the way around.
Instead, most of the lights are tucked into a canopy between the foul poles. For the outfield, there's just one bank of lights above the main scoreboard in left.
Now, the outside of the ballpark is limestone from Mankato, Minnesota, some 90 miles from the Twin Cities, quarried from a family-owned business.
That Minnesota stone also shows up prominently inside the park. In center field, Minnesota Nice is on display.
M for Minneapolis, on the guy on the left, is shaking the hand of the guy from St. Paul on the right with the STP on his sleeve. They're shaking hands across the Mississippi River.
Outside the gates, this is now one of the most photographed spots in the state.
My sister said it's a big golden glove, isn't it?
Yep.
It sits 520 feet from home plate, the same distance that Harmon Killebrew hit his longest home run at the old Met Stadium.
He had one of the sweetest swings ever. Last time I seen him play, I was probably 2 years old, but I still remember that day.
It's one of the most transit-friendly and most urban ballparks, featuring the largest piece of public art in the state. It's a wall that waves with 50,000 panels shaped like baseball cards. Next to that, 9 giant topiaries shaped like baseball bats.
The plant that grows the best on the topiaries are actually beer hops.
Beer hops?
How appropriate for a ballpark. This is a place where the Twins play, but this is a place for everyone in Twins territory.
I like that, beer hops. Back when the Twins shared the Metrodome with the Vikings, they used to be ranked near the bottom in terms of fan experience. But in 2010, when Target Field opened, ESPN, the magazine, ranked them first for all major league sports. We've come a long way. All right, if you have an idea for another Finding Minnesota story, let us know by going to WCCO.com/links.